What it is, yo? What's up? Today is going to be something very different on Chai Talk. I would like to give you the raw and real because this was supposed to be for Motivational Monday. However, it didn't work out in my favor. I feel like it was God just telling me, relax, do you. How you going to motivate people? You're not even motivating yourself. And just like you, I have my moments where I have doubts or I'm tired and different stuff like that. And the most important part that we talked about last week was self-love. I definitely have self-love. The confidence is there. Like, I totally love myself. And I was going to go into self-worth. Self-worth is something very important. It goes hand in hand with self-love. However, I needed a break. I needed time just to go to sleep because right now I'm transitioning from college student to college graduate to now a working woman. I was blessed with a job in my field in television, so I have that full time now. Plus, I have this because I'm not going to stop my radio dream. I'm going to make this podcast happen, and while I'm making this podcast happen, I'm going to help people out. I'm going to get the equipment. It's going to get bigger and better every time. Just bear with me. So, with this, I just wanted to let you know that I am struggling with a piece of self-care, not too much. Like, I'm showering and everything. Don't go crazy because I'm taking care of my face and all of that. Like, physically, yeah, I'm pretty much good with that. However, when it comes to eating, I have to work on that because in college I kind of just, did what I had to do, went to class, ate snacks, here and there, little stuff. But now it's just like I'm working. My mind is focused on work. I'm working hard. That's how I've always been. Ever since grade school, like my mind is just, okay, work hard, get it done. And you have your parents in grade school. They'll make sure you get fed and stuff. And now that I'm an adult, it's pretty much on me. I have to remember to do that stuff. And it's like I'm so focused on success, which is a good thing, that I forget to eat. And I eat little stuff now and then, but it's really not gonna help. And I don't want to get to the point where I crash. And also, including with not really eating, I am working, and I'm tired. Like, my body is tired. So I needed Motivational Monday just to rest. So I'm currently working on feeding myself and getting rest, because if it was up to me, I'll work all day. If my body could feed itself and everything, I would be totally fine. But you have to remember that, yes, bathing, showering or whatever you call it, is extremely important. Hopefully you do it every day, because I do it every day. But at the same time, you also got to feed your body. You also got to feed your body the right things. You can't just be throwing junk food and everything. And that's what I did in college. I used to eat junk food every day. Then I cut that out, which helped me lose weight. Shout out to that. And also cut out fast food and started drinking more water, which I pretty much drunk water all the time. Like, I love water. However, cutting those things out really did help me. But now it's time to actually feed myself. Like, remembering and saying, okay, China, yes, put in that work, edit that video, record that voiceover. But hey, girl, you gotta eat. Hey, girl, get some rest. You can take a little nap. So it's just figuring that out and time management. I feel like I know how to do it. Time management, I know how to make it happen. It's just I haven't been doing it. I haven't been taking the time to make a list and do whatever I have to do on that list, which is going to help me. I need that. I'm going to work on that. And I wanted to share this with you because you might be going through the same thing that I'm going through. You might be a hard worker like me. Like, you do not want to stop working on whatever you're working on until it's done. You don't care how long it is. But sometimes you definitely have to take a break. And I feel like taking that break makes creativity even more. Because if you keep forcing it, it's not going to come out right. And that's exactly what I was doing for Motivational Monday. I kept forcing it until I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I need to relax. let's just chill. And sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to check yourself, because forcing the creativity, it's not going to do nothing for you. It's just going to make something slap together. When it's meant to be, it's meant to be. When you feel the creativity, when you feel the passion for it, it's going to come out exactly how you need it to be. God is going to bless it how you need it to be. However, if you're just trying to rush it and trying to just put it out, I feel like you shouldn't put anything out like that. You need to have the passion behind it. You need to feel when you're done, oh, I like that. Oh, that's going to help somebody. Oh, that's going to be fine. Oh, that's going to do this. Oh, that's going to do numbers. Like, you have to literally sit there and let yourself know, hey, this is what it is and this is what it ain't. And I say that a lot because you got to know what's for you, and then you got to know what's not for you. And you got to know how to take care of yourself and when to work, just work, put in the work. So it's just a balance that I'm working out. And if you're going through the same thing, we in this together, friend. We in this together. It's all good, though. I really, truly believe that I will get through this. It's definitely a tough that's hilarious. A tough transition from college to adulthood, because college, you're used to a certain type of life. And I love the college life. I'm not going to lie. I liked it way better than grade school. It was so much fun. It was definitely a vibe. And the fact that I went to HBCU, the only HBCU founded by a Black woman, shout out to my Sarah and founder, Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune. It's just amazing. I would tell children, because when you're in high school, no matter how grown you think you are, you're a child, to get that experience if you can. Because I know sometimes people say college is not for them. College is not for everybody. At the end of the day, your journey is your journey. But if you have the opportunity to experience college, I would definitely say experience it. I had a great time. I joined many clubs. I was in a sister organization called Sister to Sister Lotus Inc. I was a part of the radio station. I worked at the TV studio. I even dibbled and dabbled in newspaper in my class. I didn't really touch Boys of the Wildcats like I should. But, I dibbled and dabbled. I dibbled and dabbled in the magazine a little bit. I was featured in the magazine, which was really cool. I joined the great Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, which was truly a blessing. I had the opportunity to record many events on Cookman campus. I had the opportunity to shoot packages for our news station. I had the opportunity to be live on a radio station. Like, literally in Daytona, you could hear China the Old Soul, and I feel like that was the highlight of it. That was so much fun. Announcing the song. Sometimes when my boss would let me pick the songs, like, it was just so fun creating the commercials, creating the content. It was just so much fun. And then I even got a few calls while I was on air. So it's just really cool interacting with the callers, play this, play that. It was just a vibe, and I truly miss it. I am very grateful for Bethune-Cookman because it definitely got me through. I feel like I came into Bethune-Cookman as a little girl, and I came out a strong Black woman, baby. And it was just so much fun. I found a church out there that I truly loved. I was not very low. How can I say this? I was very down my freshman year because, unfortunately, I lost my aunt. I love my aunt so much. She's the bomb.com. I know she's smiling down. And that church gave me the opportunity to just let it out, cry a little bit, pray. God made me feel so good. I felt the presence of God. I had 2 great pastors that just came through with the message. It was just a whole bunch of great stuff that came out of that. And I needed that. I needed to leave Miami, which I love Miami. Shout out to Dave, shout out to the crib. But I needed to leave to have time to see outside of Miami, because I didn't realize my mindset and everything was so stuck into Miami until I went to college. And I'm like, oh, Miami this, Miami that. In Miami, we don't do this, we don't do that. And I'm like, hold up. Yes, you're from Miami. That's your city. You love it. But right now you're in college. You're in Daytona to stay for a little bit. So you need to realize that every place is not Miami. And it taught me that. It made me appreciate Miami more, because I feel like as a Miamian, somebody from date. We all have that moment. We all have that time where we say, hey, we want to leave, man. Date this, date that. We all have those moments. I'm finna go here, I'm finna go there. And that's the moment I had. Daytona checked me because Daytona is something totally different from what I'm used to. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not Miami. I love Miami. I appreciate Miami. I actually came back to Miami, because I got to get myself together. I don't see myself in Miami forever. I am going to move on. I'm going to be bigger and better and greater wherever God wants me to go. And I'm just very grateful for everything, even the little things that I complain about. Because I complain sometimes. I feel like everybody has their moments when they complain about certain things. You feel like certain things could be better and stuff like that. But now it's just the time to truly be you. I'm here to inspire you. Push yourself. Work on whatever you need to work on. Yes, we're in the middle of a pandemic and it is crazy. COVID-19 definitely brought craziness. Like, I experienced COVID-19 after I crossed my illustrious sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. It was like, okay, we just crossed. The next thing you know, we got to get out of school. We got to pack everything up. Then we got to shut the whole basically country down, stay home with our family, which was, I feel like it was a good experience. I was relaxing. It made me more of a homebody. I enjoyed home more because before that I always wanted to go somewhere, even if it's just to walk outside. I just felt like I had to be somewhere. But this pandemic definitely helped me appreciate home, relax, and just chill. And sometimes you need to be like that. You don't have to be on every scene. You don't have to be at every party. But some people need that. I mean, parties are fun. I had so much fun at parties. They are fun, but nothing beats that time when you're home, you're relaxing. You might be watching your show, you might be watching YouTube, you might just be sitting down, you might be reading a book, which is something I definitely want to work on. Please do not let social media and stuff brainwash you. Let's start getting back to other stuff. Still watch it, still have fun. I'm just saying, don't overdo it. Like, I'm going to start reading books again, and maybe I'll show you that journey. Maybe all the people that remember how it is to read a physical book, we can go on that journey together. That would be so nice. So this is just, a little talk, a little paint. Because honestly, doing this, painting, really helped me calm down. Like right now, I'm still like, oh my gosh. But the painting that you see that I did in this video, it really helped me calm down. It was relaxing. I got time to just breathe, not just talk. Sit outside on our little porch and listen to the cars drive by, listen to the kids scream, listen to the wind blow. Just little stuff like that definitely helps you just calm and woosah. Just looking at God's creation. Like, God is so awesome. I'm a firm believer in God. I love God. God has brought me so far. God has brought Chai Talk. God has pushed me to, and I can't even talk. God has pushed me to push it out because I've been wanting to do this. I wanted this. I named it. I had a plan. I mapped it out. I bought a mic and everything, but it just wasn't right because I was so stuck on fear. I knew I had the talent. I knew I could do it, but fear. And then you have negative people. I wouldn't say frenemies because they weren't really my friends, but people that are just there. They see your talent and they're kind of nasty with it. They're like, oh, yeah, you're good, but you can just relax. You can do that. And don't ever surround yourself with people like that. If they're telling you could just chill every time you're trying to get better, don't do that. It's just not going to help. So, I'm listening to that. I knew I had it. I could do it. But it was just that fear. And I literally had to pray and talk to God and be like, God, I don't want this fear no more. It's not helping me. It's nothing but the enemy bringing me down. It's hurting my true potential. So my advice to you is to act out on fear. It was a lot of things I was scared of, especially in college. Coming into college as a freshman, I was ready to work. I was hanging out with the seniors. I was pretty much working in the station, working at the television station, doing big things as a freshman. And they would just be like, oh my gosh, this freshman is working hard. But that's something I really wanted to do. but I was scared. I was like, dang, what if I do this? What if I mess up? Stuff like this. But stuff like this, LOL. Stuff like that. But I got through it. I literally stepped out on fear. I was scared once I got my first assignment. Shout out to Shaw. Shaw's the GOAT. I was scared, but I didn't show it. Literally, one thing about me, I might be scared. I might be shaking in my boots, but I'm not going to show it. I'm just going to get to work, get the work done, and call it a day. And then after I'm finished and people like it or it's good enough to whatever it is, then I breathe and I'm like, okay, great. This is done. This is over with. Woo, woosah. But you literally have to step out on fear. You might be scared, but just go for it. Because if you don't go for it, you never know what's going to happen. You saying, oh, I'm not going to do it because of this and that and the third. That could have been your big shot. And even if you do work and you put in that work and you're not getting all the views, you're not getting everything you expect, you keep working because somebody's going to recognize you one day. It might not happen today. It might not happen tomorrow. Shoot, it might not even happen next year, but it's going to happen. You just have to keep working hard and you have to keep believing and you have to stop being scared. Fear, it just stops everything. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be nervous. It's okay to have doubts, but you have to step out on that and just do it and just go for it. It's so many successful people that have made it. And as a black woman in America, and for my black man too, we already know what it is and what it ain't. We have struggles. It's injustices. It's just stuff that's just crazy. It's systematic, like everything. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, baby, get educated. Please get educated. Please don't be lost. Because when the revolution is televised, you don't want to be lost. I really believed in the revolution not being televised, but now the way things are going, it might just be televised. I think it's going to be edited, but it's going to be televised. The real not going to be televised, but some of the real mixed with whatever the narrative that's going to be put out is going to be televised. So I know that as a person, I have doubts. I would say insecurities, but I really took the time to find me, to love me. So I might think about it, but then I come back and say, hey, you know you this. You know what it is. You know what it ain't. You're awesome. You're great. I get myself together. So I would just definitely say doubts. It wouldn't really be the fear of what I can do. It's probably the fear of what how others are going to react to it, whether they're going to like it or they're going to hate it. But at the end of the day, I have to realize that whatever I put out is whatever I put out. If I loved it, I loved it. It's up to you to make the decision if you like bits and pieces of it or if you like the whole thing. And everybody's not going to like what you make. Everybody's not going to like your art. There's so many artists out there that some people don't care for. And the other person might love them. But at the end of the day, they have someone or something that's driving them, that's feeding them, that's going to make them to make this art. So art is extremely important. I can't even speak. Art is an extremely important part of my life. I've been in musical theater. I've been in dance. I've had vocal lessons. I'm a mass communications graduate. I have a degree in mass communications. So art means everything to me, especially performing arts. So when it comes to that is something I definitely want to push and help. And when it comes to mass communications, radio is the dream. It's going to happen. It might not happen as fast as I want it to, but it's going to happen. I just have to trust in God and relax. And whatever your dream is, you got to do it. You got to make it happen. You got to be willing to put in that work. You have to sit there and say, hey, I can do this. You might, have your moments where you feel sad. You want to cry, and just cry. Because for me, I feel like I have to not hold it in, but think of other things so I don't cry. Because I feel like some things don't need to be cried about. Because in the past, I used to cry for everything. And what's the point? Because some things you can't control. Some things hurt, but you have to sit up there and be strong about it. But if you need to cry, cry. There's been moments when I literally been by myself and just cry. Why God? Why God? Not questioning God, because I would never question God. But sometimes you just got to cry out to God so God can hear you and God can bring your comfort. And God's going to give you that moment. God going to be like, all right, child. All right. Go ahead. Go crazy. You still, okay. Go ahead. When you finish, let me know. Okay, you finished? All right, this time I'm going to bless you. So you have to take the time and be you and do you and find what you love. Don't let nobody tell you what it is and what it ain't about you. If you don't want to go to college, don't go to college. If you want to go to college, go to college. Just find something you love, because you do not want to end up in a place where you're just living just to live. You're just going to the job just to go to the job. You need to find your passion. You need to do whatever's going to make you happy. I mean, yeah, sometimes you got to start somewhere. You got to start small. Like, I'm working for a smaller market right now, but that's going to help me in the end. One day I'll work for a bigger market. One day all the goals I wrote down in my journal, they're going to happen. Speaking of that, another good way to make these goals manifest, you can get a journal. I have a journal that says, like, I believe it says you can do it or you got this, something like that, something of that nature. I wrote it down and I said, okay, this is what I want, this date, this year. Do it. It's going to happen. It's a lot of things that I personally didn't write down that I spoke into existence that came true, but writing it down, it's going to bring it more better, make it more better. So I would definitely say invest in a journal and just do you. Be the authentic you. Like, everybody might not like you. A lot of people don't like me. I've came across that in college. I came across that in grade school. It's fine. But one thing I love about me is that I didn't let that get to me. I was like, okay, you don't like me? That's cool. That's fine. Because some people will literally sit there and wait for validation. They will be like, oh my gosh, this person does not like me. I want them to like. No, everybody's not going to like you. Everybody's not going to be a friend. Everybody's not going to be a family. And the reason why I say family is because some people that you meet that happen to be a friend are more family than your actual family. So it's just a lot. You just have to know who's for you and who's not for you. Just so many things to just come up with, especially on the journey to adulthood. The journey to adulthood is not easy, especially when you just graduated. It's a lot of things on your mind. People that are at home are expecting you to just blow up, just like you're expecting you to just blow up. They're like, okay, you went to college. Okay, you got that degree. Now it's time to do this. It's time to do that. Yes, it is. But it's going to take some time, whether we were in a pandemic or not. I feel like the pandemic had really pushed away artists only because we have to just like chill and vibe. Because before the pandemic, you know, we could have got internships in certain places. Internships got virtual. People started shutting things down. And then it's fine because we understand we're in a pandemic. We have to work stuff out. We have to figure it out. We don't know. We didn't know this was going to happen. So that was just another big thing too that kind of brought me down. I was like, dang, I was this close to getting an internship at a big radio station at home, but now I can't do it because of the pandemic. So that's very discouraging. And I was really hurt by it. But then God came through. And when I went back to college, I was able to intern at a talk radio station, and people could hear me on the app and then in the neighborhood. Like, that was just a blessing. I learned a lot from somebody in the industry that was big in the radio industry that now works for Bethune-Cookman. Like, that was just a great feeling. And then of course I had my radio teachers, radio bosses / teachers at the radio station at 99.1 that definitely help, and I feel like I can call them now and they would definitely give me advice and come through. You need people like that in your life. You need to sit down and relax and let you know that you're enough. No matter how hard your circumstance is right now, you are enough. You are enough. No matter how bad it is, you're going to get through it. You're going to get your blessing. Sometimes you got to start low. Sometimes you got to be hurting. Like, in my past, I've had a lot of hurt, from death to manipulation to people taking advantage of me. But I didn't allow that to stop me. I kept going. yes, I had moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, still hurting my feelings. But I kept going. I kept asking God to help me, and God did help me. God guided me. Like, I love God. Do you love God? Period. So I would just say, keep going. No matter how hard your circumstances, keep going. I'm so passionate. As you hear through this voiceover, I'm literally scrambling for words and stuff because I'm so passionate. It's so real. It doesn't need to be edited because this is from the heart. And I want you to find out what your heart desire is. Find out stuff that makes you relax. And learn to take care of yourself. If you're having the issue with me, I just want to work and forget about everything else, basically skincare routine is good. Washing my body is good, but I'm not eating. Don't do that. Be better. Do better than me. We need to come together to help each other. And I feel like the biggest issue that I'm having with that is I just want to work. Like I said earlier, I just want to work. And I'm also a good sister/friend to certain people that's close to me. I'm helping them out, giving them advice and stuff like that. But sometimes you need to check on your strong friends. Because I'm telling them to do this, I'm telling them to do that, but I'm not even feeding myself. And I don't really have somebody that's sitting up there saying, hey, did you eat? Hey, did you do that? And it's okay because I understand my friends are probably going through their own storms, going through their own thing. But I would love for somebody to check up on me like that. That would be so nice. And I'll get there one day. I definitely will. I feel like God checks up on me. God says certain things to me. I might not want to hear it. But God got me. It's going to be okay. I know I'm going to get through it. I'm going to pray about scheduling stuff out. I'm going to pray about actually eating. Yes, I cut the bad foods out, but now I got to eat. Like, balancing it out. Having the fun time. Having the time for work. Having the time for content. Just balancing out. And I know it's going to work out because I have a purpose. And my purpose is being served, and it's going to keep being served. It's going to get better. And one day, whether you believe it or not, you will see me on your TV screen. You will see me helping promote Black Hollywood and doing whatever I can to help us as a people to make our talent shine without manipulation and people trying to steal our stuff. I'm going to make that happen. I don't know when, but I'm going to make it happen, and it's going to work out, and it's going to be a great time. It's going to be awesome. And I can't wait for you to share that with me because you're going to be like, oh my God, I remember China from Chai Talk on YouTube, and now she's on this company and that company. Oh my gosh, she got her own company. She has auditions for this. She has this coming out. I can't wait. And best believe, the people that's rocking with me right now, you viewing it because you genuinely support me. I got you. It's people that literally, I didn't realize how much support I had. Like I had a friend. My friend, actually, she was on the podcast, Fired Up Friday. Check that out if you haven't seen it. She is super duper supportive. Mind you, we haven't talked for years, but we would pop up every now and then like, hey, how you doing? But she told me straight up, I was like, hey, can you watch this or can you do this? She's like, I already did. She's like, as soon as it dropped, I already saw it, sis. I was like, dang. She was like, I always watch your videos. I always do this. I said, dang, that's love. We don't even talk every day, but the fact that you took the time to sit there and watch my content is just great. Like, that's somebody that I'm definitely appreciative. And I have friends like that. We don't talk every day, but when we talk, it's like time never left. It's like we were here already. Like, it's endless. It's endless. And I'm just grateful for that. Like, it's just great. Awesome. And I want you to be you. No matter how weird people think you are, no matter how people look at you or like you or hyping you up and stuff like that, just be you. Because at the end of the day, it's only one you. You can be fake as you want. You can try to please everybody, but at the end of the day, it's just going to wear you down. Because people going to be people. They're going to do whatever they're going to do. You're going to be hyping them up, trying to please them. And they're going to pick and choose what they want. They're going to choose if they want to do it or if they don't want to do it. So my advice is just to be you. Love yourself. If you don't love yourself right now, it's okay. A lot of the greats were there at one point. Figure out how to love yourself. Figure out how to motivate yourself. Figure out how to have self-worth. You can do it. It's going to take time. It takes some people months. It takes people years. But you'll get it. Just push. Push, push, push. The grass is greener on the other side. It definitely is. It might not look like it right now, but it definitely is. The show goes on. Everybody is a winner. Lupe Fiasco. That's it. I like that song. So if you don't know that song, listen to Lupe Fiasco, the show, because it definitely talks about that hardship. How it might be really hard right now, but you can do it. You can get through it. You just have to trust in God and keep pushing. Push yourself. Push, and don't let the negativity get to you. Because that's how a lot of people fail. Because they listen to so much negativity, they forget that it's one positive comment. You might have 15 negative comments, but then you might have that one positive comment that say, hey, I love this. This is great content. Keep it up. So you just have to choose it. Pick your battles. Take care of yourself. Work hard. Just keep pressing. Keep pressing. Thank you for listening to my Chill Tuesday, watching me paint. Here's my piece. It's kind of like Mother Earth, you know. You could get it if you look at it. If you don't get it, it's okay. You can kind of make up what you think it is. Thank you again for listening. See you next time on Chai Talk, and we finna get litty.